Alright guys, so welcome back to Neo's Workshop. I'm going to be going over my runs from today. If I sound a little stuffy, it's because I am. I had some allergies this morning, so I'm getting over that. But anyways, let's jump right into it. I had some pretty solid competition this week on my main account, but compared to, usually I get like 5,000, 4,000 ELO players. I got everybody this week was like high 7,000s, mid 7,000s, give or take. So, but anyways, interesting card choices this week. Much more fun to use than what we had the last few weeks. So, at this point, I didn't draw, the tank or my Randy. So I'm just trying to lure him to put more stuff out. Luckily I had Swashbuckler ready to go, so I could draw some fire. And keep him distracted from hitting my Belf, so she could probably feed as much as possible and get that fat health bar. So again, just using those effects and war cries as best as possible, and then easy first bar. He definitely overextended it a little bit with that lava. He didn't even have any units to really use with that, so that was kind of pointless. So lower level cards, and he's at a massive energy deficit now, and he's losing 1-2-0. So then I finally drew Cardman. I think I've been waiting for him for a while. I don't know if I already had it before. No, there's the Randy. Yeah, I didn't get him until I played the Randy. That's crazy. Minute and a half for me to draw that. So here I'm just waiting for him to put something out to defend Belf, which would have been a bad choice to overextend, but he's already overextended a few times, so maybe he would do that. Then I just put more pressure by spawning that Ike and boosting him. So and I don't know if it was my experience this weekend, but I had a lot of like weird glitches. Like if you see here, I think he spawns his Swashbuckler, and earlier I did that to his Dougie, and his Dougie got drawn into mine, but this time he spawned it, and my Dougie did not give a fuck. He just kept going on his way. So I don't know, that was glitchy. And then later on, I'll show you guys, I think it's my alt account. I had some super laggy games. So, but anyways, easy first game. Let's move on to the next one. Alright, so on to game number 2. This is probably one of my easier wins. So I actually got Randy right off the start, and then Cardman. So, but like I've said before, when I start with Randy, I like to put one of his plants out right away, just to keep that behind my units when they meet in the middle with the opponent. And essentially doing the same thing with Swashbuckler. It makes their units keep moving forward into your units, but obviously they're not gonna attack any of them, so you just get a bunch of free shots and take advantage of that war cry. He tries to do the same, well, more or less, but he did it way late. And then here, the main reason why I like Tweak so much, I drew in the Kyle, and I just finished everybody off. So, I mean, at this point, this is game for sure.
This will be sweet.
So yeah, easy game, guys. Again, just use the effects, as efficiently as possible. In the games, I mean, obviously my card levels definitely helped, especially with the Cardman. When there's no removal cards, you can bet that we're gonna get whatever tank we got or strong legendary as high as possible so we can all take advantage of that. So yeah, so after that encounter he lost in the middle, he stood no chance. Anyways, let's move on to the next game. Alright, so final game on my main account. This one's also pretty easy. This guy was just playing super like crazy from the very beginning, just rushing. So earlier someone was asking me how to deal with the Mysterion. In this case, like this guy, he, you know, from the very beginning, as soon as he started, he barely waited. He didn't even wait for all 10 bars of energy to pop up, and he already threw him. And he threw him in the middle of the map too. So, meaning at this point, he's about to hit. Oh, there he goes. So, he was about to hit. I don't know, probably 5 bars again, and he immediately spawned another Randy. So, this guy right now, I have 8 bars and 2 units on the field. He probably has 5 energy. So, he just used the bomb. So, he's at a major energy deficit because he played that Mysterion right at the beginning. So like I was explaining earlier to I think it was Holt that was asking me about that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Holt. As soon as they play that, that's 5 energy for. I mean, he's a strong assassin, but by himself, he's not a big threat. So at the beginning of the game, so from then on, he just put himself in a complete deficit of energy. And that's why he just lost a bar, and he has nothing to defend with. So not only did he just lose a bar, but now he has a fat tank in the middle of the field and 2 units coming at him. So one of the reasons I don't like playing Mysterion is he's very difficult to play right, and then to get a lot of value out of him. And then again, I just, you know, the super tweak just wrecks. So again, at this point, I mean, yeah, he got him for free, but I mean, how much value did he really get out of that? You know what I mean? At this point, he's losing by 2 bars, and that Mysterion spawned, and then he's got nothing to do with him. And now he's got to wait another, what, like 20 more seconds before he can use him again? So, Mysterion is a strong card, but if you don't know how to play him, it's always going to bite you right in the ass. And then with how much this guy is rushing everything, there was no way he was gonna win, and there was no way he was gonna get any use out of that Mysterion. And he spawned his tank, which was the man-bear pig, and I mean that backfired. So I figured, let me use the swashbuckler, but also use his unit in between the man-bear pig and my red. Just try and give him more time. I mean, more obstacles to get past, and give my units more time to kill him. But I didn't even need that. I mean, he got melted pretty easily. I just love that super tweak. He's so useful. Keeps fighters away from your units while the ranged units melt them. Ranged units, he draws them into your units. I mean, it's great. I love it. So anyways, let's move on to the last game. I mean, to the my alt games. Yeah, my alt account. Alright, moving on to my alt account. This is one of the games that I had a really weird glitch I've never seen before happen. You guys will see it. Maybe it happens often because with Canadian Ike, but I've never played Canadian Ike, so unless it's for TVT Wars. And this is probably one of the first times that I've had a victory that was so dependent on him. So you'll see here in a second. I kept doing this mistake too. I kept spawning units too close together, and lucky for me, he got a little ahead of himself, so he hit only 2 units instead of more. Yeah, I did make it a priority to make sure to keep my Belf alive. She helped out a lot, especially when she started getting a lot more health. So she helped out a lot. And even a level 4 Canadian Ike turned out to be pretty dangerous for my opponent. especially once he got boosted by Hanky. And then here the rest of the game I was just I think I just got lucky. Like the plant got played perfectly to distract the Belf. Then he was able to use his charge before the explosion. Here again, and then here's the glitch. Check this out. I don't know what's going on. Baby Ike just chasing a turd. But anyways, he missed a bomb again, and then I just put the swashbuckler just to try and protect the Ike. So anyways, weird glitch, but easy game. So let's move on to the second one. All right, so this is one of my more interesting games of the runs. Actually, I feel like I got a little lucky a few during some of the exchanges and how I was able to win them. So, anyways, here, like I was telling Holt earlier in the on the Discord, trying to make sure that Mysterion reaches all the way to my new kid without getting a hit, in order for him to take the longest possible to come back. So here I was about to let all my units die and just do as much damage as possible, but then I kind of saw the opportunity to just throw as many units as possible at him, so I was able to melt him. And then again, I grouped my units together too much, and that bomb was more efficient for him. But I was able to melt the Cardman like I wanted to by overwhelming him with too many units. So I was able to melt him and then get 1 bar. And then reset the field. He's only got 2 units. But this is when the Mysterion starts getting some value out of him. But the lava melted him and tweaked. And I'm just playing defense. Get that Dougie out of here. Always making sure that Dougie does as least amount of damage as possible is always a good thing. So if you can catch him on his way to the lava, it's the best. But if he gets to kill the unit, but you get to kill him without hurting anything else, especially your new kid, then that's a good trade. Here, just trying to keep my Belf alive again. And same thing with the Ike. Just trying to keep him alive. See if we can do some damage. Snipe. So, then this is when he starts to get value out of the Mysterion, technically. But I got lucky there, and my Belf locked onto him before he spawned the Grand Wizard Cardman. So he wasn't able to do any damage on my Randy. So again, the Mysterion, like, if the timing is wrong, which is very likely to happen, you can't really get a whole lot of value out of it. So, on top of the fact that his is not that strong. And this last time that he respawned was probably the most use he was going to get out of him. But as soon as he spawned, the Cartman died. So he was left wide open. So he wasn't able to do shit. So again, that was another instance where I think I got lucky in this round. Because even though it was a level 2, he could have probably done some damage if he would have gotten a few hits on that Randy. So that would have gone differently. But pretty good game. And let's go on to the last one. Alright, so the last game. Now this one felt like it was more like it was laggy. But it felt like the lags were happening sometimes when it was like, it could have been helpful for him. So part of me felt like he was trying to cheat. but anyways, you'll see. So yeah, I took out the Mysterion again, trying to let him get as close as possible to my new kid without getting a hit. So now, at this point, there he just wasted another 5 energy. There's 5 energy flying right here. So that's already 10. And he just spawned 2, and then there's 3. So that's already 15 energy that he's wasted. And I was able to get a hit on his new kid. And that was full energy, so I was building another push now. So again, I'm just trying to make sure that he gets his least amount of value out of that Mysterion as possible. That was lagging there again. Trying to keep him distracted, trying to use that swashbuckler. And then it did help that his levels were kind of low, because otherwise that lag might have actually helped him. But thankfully it didn't. And after this point, I figured even if he's trying to cheat, I just gotta keep him off for another minute and a half. So I'm gonna let my Belf die, reset the field, and his unit's already close to my side of the field where I can fight him more comfortably. Then this happened. I don't know what the hell just happened there, but
This will be sweet.
I don't know. I still don't understand why he was trading that bomb. But just trying to keep him away for a bit more. And at this point, with these 2 units on the field, I'm pretty sure that I can just, you know, maintain that line and just defend that line without him coming to my side. And thankfully, his Mysterion got frozen in time, so he became completely useless after that. So I didn't want to touch him with any of the effects, like too early, because I figured it might get him out of that glitch. But I don't think it did. I'm pretty sure he just died there without being unfrozen. He's frozen, and yeah, it looks like he's stuck there for another second before he dies. So if this guy was trying to cheat, probably one of the worst cheaters I've ever seen. So that was a good bomb. Again, I kept clustering up my units for no reason. I don't know why. Like I was asking for it. And then it glitched again. So at that point it didn't matter anymore. So anyways, alright guys, so I still thought that he was cheating. But anyways, alright guys, so final thoughts. Just like last week, make sure that all your war cries, you use them as efficiently as possible. And don't do what I did. Don't cluster up your units, because if your opponent has the bomb, that can really tip over the battle, even if you're winning. So just be mindful of that. And wait for Cartman, especially if you have him. I mean, I have him at a maxed level 2 on my alt account, and you saw, I was able to, actually get some use out of him, despite the weaker opponents that I was facing. So I'm pretty sure if I would have faced someone that was, 8,000, 8,500, or some whale at 9,000 elo, I would have probably gotten shit on. But anything below like 8,000, I was able to hold my own with a level 2, a max 2 Cartman. So just make sure you use him as best as possible. He was definitely way more useful than Man Bear Pig, just because of his charge. It adds a bit of pressure on your opponent, because if he does get that charge off, it really disrupts their push. So keep those things in mind. If you guys have any questions or any feedback, let me know. It's always appreciated. So other than that, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.